Welcome to the Powertown Video Instruction Manual. Powertown is an impactful, visceral teaching tool that, when combined with its portability and ease of use, comes second to none when teaching about electrical safety. Here, you will learn the basics of setup and operation for the safety model. Every Powertown table comes in a soft, custom-made carrying case. To begin, unseal the Velcro and remove the table. It is easily lifted out as the table is built of lightweight materials. Unfold the legs completely, making sure that the attached bracket locks into place. Orient the table so that the street is to your left if you are standing behind it, facing an audience. Next, carefully remove the house containing the transformer that powers the model, making sure you lift it from its base. Lifting from the underside of the roof may cause damage. The house has an attached electrical cord with safety foot switch. Line up the two dowels on the underside of the house with the two corresponding holes on the table so that the house sits flat against the table. Now that the house is in place, take out the two fence pieces. The shorter fence with the hole in the mesh goes on the back side of the table. There are small holes drilled and marked on the table to line up the base wire supports with. The power poles come next. Insert the 3 poles in the holes drilled in the table towards the back. Make sure there are no kinks in the power lines to ensure smooth installation. Now, insert the 2 connector prongs through the hole drilled in the table at the base of the far pole from the house. Attach these 2 male connectors with the female connectors on the underside of the table of the corresponding wire color. These will power your pad mount transformer and call before you dig hazards. After those are in place, attach the yellow guide wires to the eye bolts located on either end of the table. This should take the slack out of the power lines. If needed, tighten the nut on the guide wires until this is achieved. At this point, run the male connector through the hole in the fence and plug it into the back side of the house. Also, plug in the house's power drop running from the center pole to the house. Now it's time to plug in the last connection from the power pole you ran under the table to the pad mount transformer. Run the wire back up through the hole located behind the metal plate on the corner of the table and into the pad mount transformer. Next, take out all the safety hazards you wish to use in your presentation and have them available. Plug the model in and turn on the switch on the back of the house. Orient the safety foot switch within your reach, but out of reach for any audience member. Powertown will only be energized when the foot switch is depressed. A hot stick comes included with your model, but you can also use lineman's gloves for safe operation. Let's take a look at the hazards you can demonstrate. We have contact with a pad mount transformer, flying a kite into power lines, contacting a ladder into power lines, demonstrating the dangers of a downed line on a vehicle. As some of the car is plastic, make sure the downed line has contact with the metal on the vehicle. a ladder contacting a drop, a downed line on the opposite side of a fence, climbing trees near power lines, and the dangers of contacting buried lines with machinery and shovels. Setting up the agriculture table is easy. Start with the model gravel ground piece that goes on the contact plate. Then place the power lines in their corresponding holes on the table and attach the guy wires as well as connecting the power lines to the pole on the 4-foot table. Place the substation in front of the contact plate. On the underside of the table, connect the white female connector to the corresponding male one under the other table. Make sure to connect the blue and yellow wire to the connectors on the power pole. Now set up the substation fence. Take out the vehicle and people figures, and you are all set up. Hazards you can demonstrate on this table are an emergency vehicle ladder in contact with power lines, a grain auger in contact with power lines, and retrieving items from substations. The lake scene setup starts with lining up the gravel patch with the holes on the table and then attaching the power lines in the same way as the agriculture table. Placing and connecting the substation to the pole and arranging fencing. Make sure to connect the white-tipped female adapter under this table to the male end on the main table. With this, you can demonstrate substation hazards as well as boating safety. Thanks for watching, and contact us at our information below for purchasing or replacement options.